Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well, and if any of you or your friends and families are in the areas affected by the the fire currently, I hope that they are safe, safe and sound. If you're in areas where it's supposed to be freezing below this temperature and very cold and rainy, I hope that you stay warm. Please don't plug your generator up in the house. And don't turn your stove on and go to sleep because that's not safe. It's below freezing here right now, I believe. But I have a few things I need to do. I need to get out and run some errands. I need to get cat litter for Nicholas. So we'll be getting in the streets, but later on once the sun comes out. It's really crazy here in San Antonio to hear about freezing temperature because it's Texas, and even though it's San Antonio and it's Texas, we don't get a lot of snow. It's not really seasonal here. It's like hot and cold, nothing else besides the rain. Anyway, I had got this stamp in a D-stash and I was cleaning it. I had watched a video on how to clean stamps, and it's like water, glycerin, soap, and something else. So I made my own concoction from watching that person, and I was scrubbing and scrubbing, and the water got underneath the wood. It wasn't really mounted on there that well anyway, and it doesn't tell you who the name of the company is, which is fine, no big deal. And the ladies fell off. You can see they're shopping though, right? So the ladies fell off, and I had let them sit out a while, but I had to re-stick one of my electronic cutting mats yesterday anyway because I was cleaning it and I started scrubbing the glue off. So I said, well, let me go ahead and try this Aleene's Tack It Over and Over again. I think everyone that unmounts their stamps uses this, and my plan is to not take the foam portion off of the stamp, but to leave it on. And you can see this is a very thin stamp anyway, but it's really tacky, so let's see how it works. I think I can get 2 images stamped out with this, so this is just a little bit of an experiment, I guess you could say. I think it's going to work because it's really, really sticky, and it says right here that it's repositionable adhesive. It says temporary hold for appliques, trims, ribbons, and more. It's funny how stampers, and you can see this is what I did. I took a foam brush and I just did a few. This was some extra that I had left over from the mat. My original goal was to do the mat, not really do this. And I did let it sit for a while. I wouldn't say 24 hours, but close to it. It's about 5 o'clock here in the morning. And so, look, sticks wonderful. This little stamp, I did try it out on the wood block before, and it stamps great, but I had a little bit of hard time getting it all stamped out, so we're going to see how that works. I'm just going to use some archival ink. This past weekend, I had a wonderful time at the Heirloom Paper Crafts rubber stamp, something like that. I'll put the information description box, or the link. I'll try to do that. And I went there and I met some wonderful people. It was a crop and a convention, so it's called a scrapbooking convention. And wherever there's scrapbooking, there's paper and stamps, right? It was about 8 booths. I'm just inking this up really good. I think my ink is drying out in the middle, so I'm trying to use it all. And of course I got ink on my finger, never fails. About 8 vendors, I believe. But it was fun, very, very fun. I did grab some stamps. I got some Santa Claus. I got a lot of Christmas stamps. And then I really, really wanted to get something, some Cricut stuff, but I did not. And the last time I stamped this image, the center portion didn't stamp as well when it was on the, excuse the shaking, on the wood block. So I'm just going to re-ink that. And you see how they have that shadow in the background like that is super cute. And I'm just going to re-ink it, and hopefully I can get her hair because she looks like she got a piece missing. I want to tell you all thank you so much to everyone that's continuing to support me, everyone that likes the videos and leaves a comment I really appreciate that. That's why I try to engage with you all. I'll ask you questions, questions that you want to respond to. I will tell you, I normally don't go into my health for review because I don't hold any comments, and I don't go into my spam. So this morning, when I woke up, I saw that I had a message, but when I went into the messages, it was in spam. So 4 messages was in spam. So if you wrote something to me and I haven't responded, that's why. And then once you release them, it depends on how old the video is. It will not, I have to scroll through and scroll through. So her hand and her head, I'm over here running my mouth and didn't get it. So this, again, I said that this foam on here was really, really thin. Again, this is a Tim Holtz stamp platform, and he says that this is only good for, rubber and clear is only good for mounted rubber stamp. So I think that if I want to get a good impression on a rubber stamp by itself, I would use the clear side because it's pretty thin. I guess the way they have it designed is a clear one. Hair, ugh. All right, so it did stamp out really well after a few tries. And what I want to do, I'm going to go back in there one more time and get that purse, the shadow purse right there. And then I'm going to change it from rubber to clear and see if that works, because this stamp is pretty thin. And if it's bulkier, like bigger, then that's fine. I don't have a gripe about it. Because sometimes, like you'll see later on, because I plan on doing another video. I'm going to try to release 2 videos today. If not today, tomorrow. I don't really edit my videos that much. Now, I do edit them sometimes if I feel like they need to be edited. If I say something that I feel is off kilter, I'll go back and fix that. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off. And it's really tacky, really, really tacky. And that's why I've seen people, they say, wait 24 hours for it to cure or dry or not really dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can't. So what I've done is I'm flipping the lid. I haven't flipped my lid, but I'm flipping the lid. And I'm going to just gently lay this down. No, I don't want to do that, because if I do that, I might not get it right. But this Aleene's is definitely a good thing to use if you want to dismount your stamps. And I have a lot of stamps that I've collected over the years. And for real paper crafting, since I've been doing paper crafting, that it's taking up a lot of space. So I will be unmounting them off the wood. Some of them I'm going to leave, but others I will definitely take off. And I'll show you what I'm talking about really quickly. So let me know, what have you been up to? Have you ever been to and you see it's thicker, you can see that it doesn't close all the way right here, which is fine for me, no big deal. I definitely don't want to break my platform, considering that they're not sold in the US anymore. But I'm quite sure I can get one if I need to get one, like really quickly. And you see, it already gives a better impression, in my opinion. So I am going to say that the stamp is really thin, really, really thin with the foam. So that's what you got to always think about as well. Keep that in mind. So have you ever been to a scrapbook expo or a convention, a crop? I hadn't. Like I said, I've never been to one. So this weekend was a great experience for me that I got a chance to go to one. I do plan on going to more, but I don't know. Because when I lived in Mississippi, I considered going to the one in Duluth. And then when I moved here, I was like, I'll go to the scrapbook expo in Houston. Because, Houston is 3 hours away, and the location it is at, it's another 30 minutes from my aunt's home. But I didn't go. Because, when you go to those kind of things, you don't really want to take a little one to that, because they can get grumpy. And then I would make him sit in his stroller. And, when I was no children, when you don't have any kids, you, of course, have all the right answers. you think you know everything about parenting, right? So I was like, why do they have those big kids in those strollers? Now I see why. If you ever see a big kid in a stroller that doesn't have any type of disabilities, it's to keep the children on lockdown, to keep them from tearing up a store, right? Running around and doing that. I tend to let my son, I watch a child doctor, behaviorist. What is he? I don't know I can't remember his name, but he does the 1, 2, 3, like discipline, the 1, 2, 3, whatever. And he says that parents don't let their kids run around enough. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to let him run, I let him run around. I just don't let him run around in the store because I don't want him knocking stuff over. I don't want him running into people because some people just have no restraints when it comes to being mean to people. And that goes for children as well. So here we go. I don't know if I've told you all this before. I think I have. So this is the first image on the rubber side. And you see I still missed this handbag a little bit. And I missed it up here as well. So no big deal. But whenever I stamp out the image multiple times, I always, even though it's the exact same image, I always feel like it's different. I know that sounds crazy, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? All right, so I have a few more videos. I think I'm gonna try to release 2 or 3 more videos. I'm gonna try to release all the videos I do today, which is Tuesday, the week after the election, November, in today. You'll get a few of them. So if you've used Aleene's Tack It over and over and you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know why don't you like it. And also, if you've ever been to a scrapbooking convention or any type of like artsy-fartsy paper crafting scrapbook thing, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you liked it. Do you plan on going back? What didn't you like about it? I'll tell you what I didn't like about mine was the prices. When you go to Tuesday morning, you catch stuff on sale. It's crazy to pay full price on some things when full price is like $50. This lady had a $50 die. And I was like, that's a lot. Anyway, until next time, happy crafting.